Hello, my name is Christopher, and today I'm going to show you how to install GenMon on Runtipi. So, a little bit about this series, I'm going over home labs, or installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So, if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel, and let's get started. I wanted to let y'all know about the Big Bear community. We just launched a community on community.bigbeartechworld.com. It's based on discourse, so go on there, join it, and say hi. So, let's get back to your registered programming. So this is what I'll be installing today: GenMon, Generac, and other models, a generator monitoring using Raspberry Pi and Wi-Fi. You can also use the open genset, and that means that it's bridging and it's not storing all the data directly on the side of your generator with Raspberry Pi. You can actually send all the data to a virtual machine. Today we'll be installing it on Portainer, so you can send the data through there to the Docker. So now this is what the functionality is. So monitoring a generator, displaying serial numbers. There's all kinds of functionality in this. So you can get SMS notifications and notifications on email, and you can also use Call Me Bot, the command line application, all functionality of email, ability to set exercise time and generator time, ability to start, stop, exercise, and start an active transfer switch. So now you can see the UI right here. So this is what the UI looks like, and also status, maintenance, outage, logs, monitor, notifications, and settings. So that's what we will be installing today. So I was fixing to create my own Docker file. But I also found that skipfire from pintsize.me already had a GenMon add-on set for it. So he's already got the Docker file set up and the Docker impose and the README here. So, but I wanted to improve this, so I built a new Docker file off of this one. So still credits to skipfire for creating the initial one. So I'm going to go over to my Big Bear GenMon and to my Big Bear Docker images repo and show you what I built. So now I'm going to start on Big Bear Docker images, and I'm going to go in the GenMon, and then I'm going to go in the Docker file. So I'm going to use the slim image of Python, and then I'm going to set the environment variables for Debian front end, and then the time zone. And then I'm going to install the essential packages like git, sudo, cron, and nettools. And then I'm going to clean up. I'm going to expose the ports of 443 and 8000. So that's going to be exposed on the container. And then the work directory I'm going to set to git. And then I'm going to configure the use serial TCP to true on the environment variable. And then I'm going to clone the repository, and I'm going to go a depth of 1. It's a shallow clone. And then I'm going to remove the git genmon.git so it cleans up the image and it shrinks it a little bit. So I'm going to initialize the application. So this is initialized at the GenMon. And then I'm going to clean up the app caches again. So I'm going to copy the entry point script to the container, and that's located over here. And then I'm going to make it executable, and then I'm going to set the entry point. So now there's a README version, and then a Docker compose, and then a entry point. So bin bash, I'm going to touch the var log startup.log and make sure it's there. And then I'm going to change the environment variable. So I'm going to change etc genmon.config. The use serial TCP, and then I'm going to put the environment variable in there. So now I'm going to start the application. So it starts it, and this does need root to start. So that's why I didn't change this to another user. So it's going to follow the logs, and it's going to tell the log of var log startup.log. So you see it on the output. So that's a little bit about the Docker image. So now I'm going to start on Big Bear Runtipi. There will be a link down in the YouTube description to get to this. And I'm going to go over to search and type GenMon. And then now you see apps, Big Bear GenMon right here. So I'm going to go into it. And now you'll see metadata. And this is the description for the App Store. The logo for the app. The config.json. So the name, if it's available, exposable. The port is 8144, and that's where you'll go to get to the UI. And then the ID, the Tippy version, the description, the short description, and the author of the Docker file. And then categories of the website, the source, form fields, supported architectures that the Docker image supports. So now I'm going to go over here to Docker Compose. So version 3.8 of Docker Compose file format is being used. I'm going to set some services, and then the first service underneath the services is called Big Bear GenMon. And then the container name is going to be called Big Bear GenMon, and this is so Docker doesn't have to generate a random name. The image is coming off of Docker by default because there's no URL before this. And this is the Docker image. This is the Docker image tag. Environment variables, so the time zone, and then you can put this to your own time zone. And then, so ports are 38443, and then that's on the host side, and then on the container side is 443. And then the app port right here is the port over here at the port, so 8144. And then, so on the container is 8000. Restart unless stop. So that means if you stop it for any reason, it will not try to restart. But if it fails any other reason, then it'll try to restart. And then the volumes. So the app data, and then data, config, logs, and on the container side is a GenMon, etc GenMon, and var log. So on the left is the host side, and on the right is the container side. And then we're going to put it in the Tippy main network. And then the labels, because it's not going to directly expose the Docker container. It's going to go through a proxy. So it's going to use traffic. So the main, the web secure, local domain, and local domain secure. So that's a little bit about the files in Big Bear Runtipi. So I wanted to let you know about the Big Bear Club. You can join it, and it greatly supports this channel, and I very much appreciate it. So if you'd like to join the Big Bear Club, you can go down the YouTube description and go to my Ko-Fi link and join it from there. So let's get back to registered programming. So now I'm going to start on my Runtipi, and I'm going to go to the App Store, and then I'm going to go over to search and type GenMon. And then now you can see right here. So I'm going to click it. Then I'm going to press install, and then install. So now this can take a little bit to install because it's got to download the Docker image off the registry, get it extracted, and get it up with Docker Compose underneath. It's also got to set up the binds in the network. So now we've successfully installed it, and it's good to go. So if you want to see the files that GenMon has, you'll need to get your storage path, which is in Runtipi, and then I'm going to go to opt Runtipi, and then ALS, and then app data, and then you'll see Big Bear GenMon right there. So I'm going to go into it, and then you'll see config, data, and logs. So you'll see the config in here. And also, if you go backwards and you go to data, you can see the data in there. And then if you go backwards and you want to see the logs, now you can see the logs. So that's where your files are located. So now I'm going to go over the options in Runtipi. So you can go to my apps up here, GenMon, and then you can stop the container, restart, open, and then settings. You can change this and then press update. You can also reset the app. You can see the base info. You can see the port that you get to the UI with. So that's a little bit about the options in Runtipi. So now I'm going to go open up the UI and see if it works. So I'm going to go to my apps and GenMon right here, and you can go to open, and then you can go to the IP. So now you can see it did open. You got your battery voltage, utility voltage, output voltage, frequency, RPM, and then CPU temp, engine line, last log entries, time. You got a menu over here, so you can click it, and then on the maintenance, control settings, exercise, service, and you can also set the generated exercise time, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. And then you can change over here, and then you can press the set exercise time button, and then the generator time, you can set that. Stop generator, start generator, and transfer. You can go to the outage over here, and you can see outage logs. The logs right here, and the monitor. So generator monitor stats, communication stats, and platform stats. Notifications, so you can put your email in here, and then you can select what you want in the type of notifications. You can also add another email right here. Service journal, you can go into here and add a type, check, observation, and maintenance and repair. You can clear the journal, print the journal, and then you can go over settings right here and see all the settings. You can also set up a mail pit. So you can go in here and set up a mail pit, and then just send the emails to your mail pit instead of having a SMTP server set up. You can change your inbound email commands, and then display current weather. You can go over to your add-ons, and there's quite a few add-ons. And there's also Alexa right here. So you can see the about, so you can see the version, upgrade to latest version, submit registers, submit logs, backup, and then log files. Now the upgrade will come from the Docker image. And then so now you can go up here to the top right and go to the I guess that would be a wrenches. Yeah, a wrench. So you can click the 10 minutes and then 1 hour and 24 hours. So that's a little bit about the GenMon UI. So I just went over step by step on getting GenMon running on Runtipi. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or need community support, you can go to the Big Bear community and join our forum. There's a link in the YouTube description. So stay tuned for more.